That individual is Abu Jahel. Abu Jahel was the Benjamin Netanyahu of his day. He wanted war, meaning today we have warmongers in the world, people who want war. The likes of Modi in India, the likes of Benjamin Netanyahu, and others also who want war. The Muslims in their innate nature do not want war. War is not something that is glorified in Islam. War in its nature is bad and evil, but jihad was legislated in order to obstruct the harm of those warmongers. This is why in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions a metaphor regarding the disbelievers, that when the believers attack them, they cut the tips of their fingers. Why is the tip mentioned? Because the tip of the hand, if it is severed, a person cannot grasp a sword. A person would be unable to hold a sword. So the Quran is telling us that the very legislation of jihad is only to destroy warmongers. Those people who attempt every so often to carry out war. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, describing one group of disbelievers, mentions that they kindle fire for war. That whenever they kindle fire for war, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala extinguishes it. Modi recently in India has kindled the fire for war. How? By placing Kashmir in lockdown. After having placed Kashmir in lockdown, by removing the law which protected the land of the Kashmiris from settlements, meaning imitating his Polish cousin Benjamin Netanyahu, the current leader of the occupation in Palestine. Then some of the misguided Muslims of India, what did they do? They supported Modi. They supported Modi. But then what happened is that Modi himself placed laws against infringing the rights of those Muslims in India, including those who supported him. So there were protests against Modi. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for now has extinguished the fire for war. How? By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sending this coronavirus, that Modi himself places his own population under home arrest. So they are under house arrest, the entire population of India. But the flames of war have been stoked. And likewise, in Palestine, there are some people today, Muslims who claim to be Muslims, that now adopt a Zionist ideology. They believe that the Zionists have the right to occupy Palestine. Why do they make this fatal mistake? Because they view Palestine as a nationalistic issue. But Palestine is not a nationalist issue. It is an Islamic issue. It is an issue of Islam. Because Palestine was the land of the Khilafah. Meaning, in 1917, when the Balfour Declaration was made, it was land of the Islamic Caliphate. So there was one video which someone showed me of a British-born Muslim saying that previously he thought that the Israelis, meaning the occupiers, were wrong to occupy Palestine. But when he realized that there was no Palestine prior to Israel, he switched sides to supporting Israel. But who said there was a Palestine prior to the occupation? There was a Khilafah, and the Khilafah was abolished. That land is one of the three holy sites of Islam, meaning Al-Quds al-Sharif. So you have Makkah al-Mukarramah, Al-Madinah al-Munawwarah, and you have Jerusalem. The city of Jerusalem is one of the three holiest sites of Islam. Note, I do not make this distinction. People say the third holiest site. I would say one of the three holy sites. One of the three holy sites. All three sites are holy.